Mario. We'll go back now to Miami for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Adoree Jackson on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. Mariota now on 2nd down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. William Hayes. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota pushing his way through. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing is Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Titans on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. And you remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. And the big tight end shifting around. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Fresh set of downs here. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. In motion, Julius Thomas. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play clock winding down. Here's Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And a give this time to the tailback. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Tannehill. Dancing to his left. His pass caught at the 4. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. The play clock's running down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton, 3 touchdown passes thus far. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Second down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Titans on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And avoids the contact by sliding. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Titans on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throw it. Mariota throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they try the right side here, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Tannehill now to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Brian Arakpo able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And the offense still needs 9 yards here on third and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Jets have just scored to stretch their lead. Matt Forte inching up toward a possible 100-yard day in that one. Play clock winding down. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets it build up a little cushion.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, but, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. And Ndamukong Suh able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Going to give this time to the tailback. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Ajayi. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Jay Ajayi stopped short of the 1st. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it. And
that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On second down, Mariota again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. So second and 10 here. To throw is Mariota. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. But I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Jets that came away victorious there. Matt Forte making the difference on the ground. He is scooting up towards 100 yards. The victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.